Hi. It is actually day 41 of my 40-day fast. And I'm just gonna give it to you straight. I am not ready to end my fast. I'm close, but I am not ready. And this came as just as big of a surprise to me as it probably did to all of you guys. 40 days is a long time not to consume, and to come to 40 days and decide that you are not ready, that takes courage, I think. It takes guts, and it takes an inner sense of like connectivity, like you're connected with yourself to know that. So I'm just gonna give you kind of the rundown of how this is gonna go. So again, I'm not ready to end my fast. So my last post to you guys will actually be in 3 parts. The first, I'm just gonna talk about how I kind of realized that I'm not ready to end my fast, not quite yet. The second part is going to be my updates. So I know you guys all want to know my updates, my photos, you want to know my weight. There are things you guys want to know. My measurements, how much did I lose? How many inches did I lose? How do I feel? I've been asking a lot of very qualified people, what would they want to know for someone who is ending a 40-day fast? I don't really talk about this with the people of my day-to-day life. I'm just doing this and I'm talking about it with you. That way I do not get distracted. I'm not talking too much. I am inward. I'm not looking for approval from anyone else. I'm not looking to boast or to publicize this. It's my walk with God to find purpose in my life, direction, and then to move in that direction with the minimal talking. So people don't know what I'm doing. But I have asked questions like, what would you want to know if someone were to complete a 40-day fast? I've gotten some really good questions. And so that would be an entirely different post. Then part 3 is actually going to be my reflections. My final thoughts before I end my fast. Okay? So that's kind of the rundown. But first, I'm going to talk about how I realized that I was not ready to end my fast. But first, I want to share 2 really special God stories with you briefly. My first being, if you've been watching the last couple of days, I had a computer malfunction, was not able to export in CapCut, needed a new computer. It was decided, it was my last option. It was like, if this doesn't work, I guess I'm starting over in a different content editor with all the projects that I'd completed editing because I couldn't get them out of CapCut. P.S. I'm gonna ditch CapCut as soon as I'm finished with this project. I'm married to it until I'm done, but I'm going to Final Cut Pro and that is the end of it. I saw demos of it. I am absolutely floored and I have enough experience with CapCut to know that I will be able to jump into Final Cut Pro and kind of know what I'm doing, and it will be easy enough to figure it out as I go. So I'm really looking forward to that. But the thing is that I wasn't able to export my videos. At the beginning of this, God said I needed to do 3 things, and that was budget, learn how to post my own content, and portions after I break my fast. 3 things. These first 2 have driven everything that I have done these last 40 days. Absolutely everything. And when I am in God, I am with God, I am fully following His instruction, and He tells me to budget, I am following that budget first and foremost. And because I did that, I had exactly enough to buy a brand new laptop. I did not need a new computer until I had the budget. And then 3 days later, I'm unable to export. That timing is all God. And God made sure that I had the money to buy the laptop. And I went and I got the laptop. And the migration took place. And it solved the issue. And I was able to export my 16-minute video. And so this did solve the problem. And I am really loving this computer, by the way. This is the best gift ever. Like ever. I taught myself how to use it. I am already up and running. It is fantastic. Love this gift. Love this gift. Really looking forward to having it. I really love it. Okay, so that's God story number one. God gave me the budget and I was able to keep going, right? I'm able to keep going. God story number two. Yesterday at work, I was just touched by what I love most about my job. And I'm in patient care, right? So what do I love most about my job? I love to nutrition counsel. Again, I have a double bachelor's of science from Purdue University in dietetics and nutrition, fitness, and health. Like, nutrition has been my life forever. And yet I've not felt that I was good enough to be good enough. I don't know when I started writing that story, but I felt like I wasn't good enough. And the thing is that it is all I care about. It is all I care about. And research. So it's like improving on what I already know in the field of nutrition and research. And it's like, and gut health. So it's like this knowledge that I'm building and these skills that I'm building, but I love nutrition counseling at work. I love talking to people about diabetes. I love talking about people about their food choices. Like with diabetes, like in the order in which you consume your food, how is it best to manage your blood sugar? You can eat whatever you want to, but consume the right foods in the right order and you'll manage your blood sugar. Like I said, I am literally a walking guinea pig for this. I know what I'm talking about. And I've been doing this for 6 months. 6 months. So I know what I'm talking about. I absolutely love this. So I love that about my job. I love that about my job. And I take advantage of it every chance I get. And so that food aspect of my job and being able to counsel my patients is one of my favorite things. And God gave me something that I needed, and it was to feed me in a way that I could appreciate what I do on a daily basis. And like, while I love the people that I work with and I love nutrition, and I'm moving forward in that direction. And so God is literally moving me in that direction, and I no longer have to think about what was in the past. I'm moving forward. And so it's like I'm speaking these things out loud and I'm noticing it and it's lighting me up, and it's like we're moving in that direction, chorus, because we are not who we once were. We are literally, well, we're a culmination of all of our experiences, our education, our knowledge, our skills, all of it. And everything that I have done to get myself to where I am, I'm bringing it all to you. I'm bringing it all to you, baby. And so we're moving forward. And so that's just really special and important to me. So let's move into what we're talking about today. And today we're talking about how I realized that I was not ready to end this fast. Now, it is a lot for me to fast for 40 days. It's a lot, and to be connected with God, and then you are thinking about your purpose and what you're doing, and so there's a lot going on. There's a lot mentally and emotionally and spiritually and physically and all these things. There's a lot going on. So it makes sense that there would be a couple of things that I would be letting to slide. And then it was like deciding that I'm going to do the 7-week builder program after this to build my body back up. So there's a lot of planning and a lot of, calculations and a lot of education and a lot of these things that I'm doing all at the same time. Well, I let a couple things fall through the cracks. So first I realized that I hadn't even purchased the supplies that I needed. I did a lot of planning and a lot of budgeting and all the things, a lot of budgeting, and I'll show you what I'm pointing at. I've got pictures literally outlining the fundamentals of our supplement and our daily routine for the builder program all up here on my wall. And then I've got the budget coming all the way down the wall. And so you see them side by side, right? I've done a lot of that. And so I did a lot of planning, but not the purchasing. So I actually purchased my products on day 40, which was yesterday. So I have a lot of it. I'm still waiting for a few things to come in. So I wasn't ready in that respect. And then the next thing, setting my schedule. So I'm still planning my schedule and my routine. I got home yesterday and realized I was gonna go watch fireworks and all this stuff, but then I realized I'm so anxious. I got so anxious when I got off work because I knew that I'd be breaking fast today. And I thought, oh my God, I'm not connected with God and I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't feel prepared and all this stuff. And it was Of course, you gotta not go see fireworks. You need to connect with God. So we planned. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like too. I've got walls of planning, and we sat down and we connected, and then everything that was inside of me came out. Everything that was inside of me came out. I'll get you some snapshots of what this looks like, how it looks like for me, but it's like organized on my wall. And I get it all out, and it's in front. So it's where I meditate in the morning. I've got a massive prayer list that runs from the ceiling to the floor, and I pray over this list, and it's all just, and then a manifesting portion of this where it's like I did my 40-day fast, and everything on that those manifestation squares has come to fruition, including the budget for a new computer. Every single prayer that I prayed has actually been answered on this 40-day fast. That is a big deal. That is a really big deal. And then I'm just like, while I'm still fasting, totally clear and connected, it's like, and I've got it all. It's like I'm Spider-Man, and I'm just like, and it's like all like planned. Where are we building momentum? What are the goals? What are my series that God's put on my heart to create? What is the builder series looking like? And in my mind, what aspects of that are going to be a part of that series? What's most important? Yeah, it's like all coming out of here onto here, so I can see it, and I'm looking at it, and so I can brainstorm, and I can see it, and I can continue to look at it every day while I'm praying and while I'm sorting it out, and then I can write about it. Right? So it's getting you organized, and it's getting it in front of you. So I've broken it down into key aspects of the builder phase, and I'm like, let's write about these things. Let's make a series on these things so I can share that with you, right? And then it's like, oh, but these are the aspects that I don't know yet. And so it's like, what does that schedule look like? You know what the supplements are, you know what your food is gonna look like, but in what order? So I didn't realize that this was literally gonna be a scheduled thing, like the mucoid plaque cleanse. So now I'm running through that. There are aspects to this that I just had not considered yet. All of those things kind of came out, and then it became very clear to me that that's okay. I've identified, I'm sorting it out, but that's the best part about it. I walk through this first, and then I walk you through it. I learn how to do this successfully, and then I walk you through it. I'm a student. The student becomes the teacher, but I have to go through it first. I personally have to go through it first and sort out the very best way to move through it. So all of these missteps, all of these like, oh, I gotta order my supplements and all these things, like the planning aspect, I get to go through those first, and I get to make those mistakes first. Then I get to make sure that you don't make those mistakes. So this is part of the process, and it's a beautiful part of the process. So there's no need to be anxious about this. It's a part of the process. I love this. So then I realized that I'm not ready mentally. I need a couple days. I'm still resolving the inner feelings that I have with God and about the path that He's opened up for me to move forward. I'm amazed at what He's done in 40 days. I want to sit with this. I don't want to talk to you anymore. No offense. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want to be by myself. I want to be with God, and I just want to be. And that requires a few days of downtime. So I purchased all my food today at the farmer's market from my growers. My things were harvested just yesterday. The freshest of the fresh. I stocked my fridge. Beautiful celery and carrots and carrot greens and everything there is to need to make broth. And I need a couple days where I'm not recording and that I'm not consuming, so I can just be with myself and just digest these 40 days. I just want to be. So I may make my broth so that the food doesn't go to waste, and then pack it tightly in little mason jars so that there's no air in them. I usually like to drink my Vital broth within 3 or 4 days of making it, but I may make an exception. I need to be, so I'm not going to consume. I'm just going to be. Tomorrow, I'm going to do my update video. So tomorrow's video will be like my afters, and this is what I weigh, and these are my measurements, and all of that. I'll do that video, and then I'm gonna take a few days and just be with myself, and then I will make a reflections video where I can reflect on what I've learned and how God has blessed me during this fast and answered prayers and moving forward and all of these things. It's nothing short of a miracle. It's nothing short of amazing. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this 40-day journey. It's been really wonderful. And just make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because I think things are only going to get better and better. So again, thank you for joining me on how to save my life. And I hope that you are starting to become a part of the conversation, because like I said, things are only going to get better and better. Namaste.